So now you want to learn guitar, to play guitar. Well, that's fantastic. But while you are doing that, you gotta know your guitar at the back of your hand. Of course, we Iranians say like the palm of your hand. What are the parts of the guitar? What are their functions? If you can't answer this question to someone that asks you, they won't take you seriously as a real guitarist. So today I'm here to explain this to you: the structure of the guitar, the anatomy of acoustic guitar. So today in this session, we're gonna dissect the guitar. Um, we start from the head down. So first of all, the head.
The head or the headstock. The headstock of the guitar is like the real head. Without it, your guitar is useless. It's kind of unplayable. It's usually a rectangular piece, as you can see, that holds the tuning pegs. These 6 objects are called tuning pegs that we're gonna talk about it after the head. And the head of the guitar also carries the brand logo on the top. But sometimes the brand logo is in the sound hole. Getting back to the tuning pegs, these 6 objects have different kinds of name. For example, tuning pegs, or machine head, or peg heads, or tuning machine. If you look at here, the tuning pegs are these objects that holds the string to the head, and by tightening or loosening them, you can change the pitch of the sound of the strings. And this action is called tuning. Tuning can be a little bit tricky for the beginners, so be careful when you want to tune your guitar, because if you tighten them too much, you might break them in half. After the tuning pegs, we go to the nut. The nut of the guitar is directly below the head. It's kind of like a bow tie. Can you see that? It's like a bow tie. The nut play a crucial role in the placement of your strings. Every nut has 6 vertical grooves that serves one purpose: to keep your strings in place. The nut is often a part of the guitar that people don't know even they exist because of its slim and subtle placement, but now you know. So that's good. After the nut is a very important part that is called fretboard. A lot of people mistake the fretboard and the neck of the guitar as the same thing, but this is not the case. It's wrong. The fretboard is a long wooden section, as you can see, that holds your strings and your frets. Although the fretboard is on the neck, it's not the actual neck. The fretboard is there for one main purpose: to allow the placement of your fingers on the strings, okay, so that you can play. As you can see here, the frets are the silver bars running across your fretboard. Basically, by pressing your fingers in between frets and playing the strings, you will make a different sound. Each space in between the frets has its own musical note, has its own pitch. For now, just know that the frets are basically for controlling the pitch of the strings you play. And there's something else on the fretboard, these little dots, that is called the position markers. Position markers are little dots in between certain frets on your fretboard. These little guys give you an easy reference to what fret you are playing at. They are also called inlays. Inlays are usually positioned on 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 12th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 21st, and for some guitars on 24th frets. Some electric guitar has 24th frets. The next part that we're gonna talk about is the strings. The beautiful heart of the guitar. You know, the beautiful heart of the guitar. The parts that makes your songs, your melodies, arpeggios, and chords come to life. There are two different types of strings, nylon and steel. Nylon strings are found on classical guitars, but steel strings are found on acoustic and also electric guitars. And they have different gauges. By gauge, I mean the thickness and the thinness of the strings. You know, the thicker the string is, the lower the sound, and vice versa. The thinner the string is, the higher sound you get. After that, we go to the body. The body is the main part of guitar that holds several other parts. The bodies come in different sizes, and choosing a size that fits you is just as important as anything else. So be careful which size you choose for yourself to play. It's very important. We're gonna talk about the sizes later. And about the parts that body holds on it, we go to the first part. As you can see here, this is the sound hole. This circle is called sound hole. The sound hole on the guitar is where sound reverberates into the sound hole and amplifies that specific note when playing. You know, it's best to play just over the sound hole for a maximum clean sound. Consider the sound hole as a speaker of your guitar, or the mouth of the guitar that it talks from. After the sound hole, we go to the pick guard. As you can see here, this black part is called pick guard. The pick guard is a protective piece of material, and that's often made from plastic and sometimes bone, that I really prefer not to use bone. This protective layer is to shield that beautiful guitar finish, that beautiful color on the surface of your guitar from scratches. You know, when you are strumming, when you are picking, this can result in unwanted scratches from the pick or from your nails on the body of the guitar. So the pick guard prevents your guitar from unwanted scratches. After pick guard, we go to the bridge. Here is the bridge. The bridge is a part of acoustic guitar that lies on the body below the sound hole, with function to keep the strings in place. It also has the function of transmitting the vibration to the instrument body through the bone. You know, the vibration of the strings when you're playing goes by bridge, goes through the whole body of your guitar to make the sound. That's why I always tell my students not to stick any sticker on the body of your guitar, because they keep the body from vibrating, and it will affect on the final sound, and it will ruin the final sound. So don't do that. Also on the bridge, there's a piece that is called bridge saddle. The bridge saddle plays the same role as the nut that we've talked about it before. What the saddle does is, just as the nut holds the strings in place at the top of the guitar, the saddle does the same at the bottom of the guitar. You know, they play the same role. There are 6 holes on the bridge of the guitar that strings come out of them, and there are also 6 small plastic parts that is called the string pegs, or bridge pins. There are 6 pins that goes into those holes. These little guys hold your strings into the bridge of the guitar and keep them there. String pegs keep the strings tied over the saddle. After that, we go to side of the body. The side of the body is this curved wooden part that connects the top of the body to the back of the body. That's the only function that the side has. That's it. We have talked about all different parts of acoustic guitar. And next we are gonna talk about the different size of acoustic guitar. As we talked about it before, choosing the right size is very important. So let's see that which size is better for you. The first one is 29 to 30 inches. That is for children from 3 to 5 years old. And the second one is 34 inches guitar that is suitable for 5 to 8 years old children. And the third one is 36 inches that is suitable for 8 to 12 years old children. And the fourth one and the last one is the size is 38 to 41 inches, that is for 12 years old and above, and this is the biggest size. This was the 4 sizes of acoustic guitar. That's it for today. This was the first beginner class. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and you better practice and memorize, and try to memorize the name of the parts and their function. It is important for you to know as a guitarist. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.